15 new players coming in out of a squad of 30 is huge in any team throughout the competition. So it was a really courageous decision from the club to go down that path and become the youngest team in the competition by doing that. We've now got a really good core group of young girls that will come through together over the next 4 or 5 years. But importantly for us this year was about getting games into those young girls, teaching them how to be an AFLW player and lift standards, and I think we're able to do that, so it does look good for us moving forward.
I thought it was a good mix of youth and experience that we got in. Jess Sedgenary from Adelaide played in an AFLW premiership before, and she's an experienced athlete, so she brought a lot to the program. And then we got some young talent like Ella Roberts and Michaela Weston from the AFLW. We've got a lot of those young players in now that have stamped their mark on our team.
For those girls to come in and have impact and stay in games was really exciting against some pretty quality teams that finished in the top 8. We liked what we saw, and they're only going to get better with games under their belt, so we look forward to the next couple of years and see what they can deliver for us.
Debut game against Port Adelaide was probably the highlight of the year, not only playing but also getting my first win, so that was really special.
I think the first game and the first round 1 win that we've had, and I think the energy among the team for us to come back from 4 goals behind was probably the biggest highlight for us.
I think from our group the key highlights this year was the GWS game. They like to handball the ball and get those chains started, and as a midfield group it was very much stop that as soon as it gets going, and this was the first game in my time as a coach where we've really seen them implement a plan and shut down an opposition like that. From a coaching point of view, to see the game plan implemented in that way was my biggest highlight for the year, definitely.
I think for me, one of the biggest highlights would be thinking back to pre-season, and as a club we made some really positive changes for our program and the way that we were structuring it up, the staff that we brought in and the level of professionalism we took into pre-season. The younger girls that come in, they bring a new level of energy and excitement, enthusiasm to the team, and that's really healthy to bring inside the 4 walls of your club. And they're all really motivated and hard-working young girls, and over time us leadership group will work on them in developing consistency and the professional standards as part of their daily routines and everything that they do. But the focus for me is being fit, being strong, being able to help and support those around you to be the best that they can be as well, and preparing for a season and getting the most out of myself to best support the team.
Girls like Hooks and Swanee and our older crew, they really set the standard, and they're always looking for little bits of improvement, and if our older players are doing that, it's going to rub off on our younger players.
Off the hand pass, Swanson, superstar for West Coast.
I can't speak highly enough of Swanee. On-field performance is second to none. Her leadership really sets the tone for our younger girls. I've been involved in footy for a long time and come across some outstanding leaders. I'd put Swanee right up there in terms of what she delivers for the group.
Definitely important for our leaders to be playing well. I think in terms of a midfield point of view, having Ash McCarthy play all year this year was really important. She's had interrupted last few seasons.
Left 2 running behind her, and then the finish!
Dana Hooker as well, she was a leader that started in the midfield, but then we found a spot for her in the forward line, putting really good pressure on, and that I think opened the door for Bella Lewis to stand up and really demonstrate her leadership as a mid. So I think having those key pillars in our group playing really well and consistently helps us.
I think for Bella, she walked in the door day 1 of pre-season extremely fit, hungry, determined to improve and get better, and it really showed that she was driven to succeed. She stepped up into our emerging leaders group, but she really had a voice and had a say and was driving things with the group outside of those meetings, which is really important.
I really appreciated the club looking at me to be a future leader, and for me that helped me develop my relationships with the girls, and I think for me that kind of holds myself accountable and just makes me want to play better. So if that's something that they see in me for the future, it's something I definitely want to take on.
The girls have played more footy than they ever had in a year, 2 seasons in one. Even girls coming into our program from our waffle season, it's been a big year for them. So the main message, and what I said to them after our last game, is go and have a really good break. You've earned a break, you deserve a break. But the expectation is that you walk in the door and you're extremely fit. And I think the way they come in last year was outstanding. So if we can lift that by 5 or 10%, puts us in really good shape to hit the ground running come pre-season and then into our next season in 2023.